Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. Happy Monday afternoon. Let's take a look at your headlines. We will have the latest on a shooting on Navco Road outside of a lounge over the weekend. Plus, a deadly shooting in Alabama's capital city after a football game. And it is day 6 of the government shutdown. The latest on that and more coming up on News 5 Now.
Brought to you by Green & Phillips Injury Lawyers, covering news from your neighborhood and around the world. News 5 Now starts right now.
Everybody, welcome to News 5 Now. I'm Devin Walsh. Glad you're joining me on this Monday afternoon. How do you feel about getting a little bit of rain? I have to admit, I love kind of a rainy Sunday, and it was a kind of a relaxing day yesterday. We are expecting some more rain today. I know a lot of you have already had some rain. Maybe have a little lull. We're expecting more this afternoon, and then it'll taper off as the evening goes on. So just keep that in mind if you're out and about this afternoon. Just keep that umbrella handy. And then by the weekend, our temperatures are looking at highs in the lower 80s, which is pretty nice. So we got a little bit of rain here and there that's sprinkled in this week, but overall our temperatures are going to be down. So to me, that is a win. Let's go ahead and get to our big stories at this hour. Number 5, the government shutdown. Today's day 6 of this. The Senate, which took the weekend off, is back in Washington. They're going to be voting late this afternoon with little optimism for a breakthrough. Some furloughed federal workers will miss out on their first paycheck this week, and now they are facing the threat of layoffs as well. If negotiations remain at a standstill, President Trump insists that he is prepared to move forward with mass layoffs. Number 4, the investigation continues into a shooting in Montgomery that killed 2 people and injured 14 others. It happened late Saturday night, just before midnight, in the downtown area of Alabama's capital city. Among the 14 injured are 2 juveniles. Police say one of them has life-threatening injuries, and the others have non-life-threatening injuries. Number 3, the Port of Mobile is now the deepest container port on the Gulf Coast. The Alabama Port Authority announced that work to deepen the Mobile ship channel to 50 feet is complete, which means larger ships can now dock at the Port of Mobile. The harbor deepening is part of a $366 million harbor modernization project that began back in 2014. Several local GOP candidates are set for a meet and greet today. A town hall will be held at the Grand Hall on Halls Mill Road. It starts at 5, the meet and greet, with the meeting at 6. The sheriff is going to be there, Paul Birch. State Attorney General Steve Marshall will be there, along with Alabama Congressman Barry Moore, U.S. former House of Representatives member Jerry Carl, and former congressional candidate Caroline Dobson. Marshall and Moore are running for U.S. Senate. Dobson is running for Alabama Secretary of State. And number 1, a deadly shooting investigation is now in the hands of the Mobile County District Attorney's Office. The shooting happened just before 11 o'clock on Saturday night outside of Celebrity Lounge on Navco Road. Officers found a man dead in the parking lot. Today, Mobile police identified him as 56-year-old Roderick Williams. 3 other men and a woman were hit, but they are expected to survive. Investigators say the building and a car were also struck by gunfire. Police have handed over their evidence to the DA's office to decide whether any charges will be filed. And that is a look at our big stories at this hour. All right, everybody, it's time for our question of the day, where we get to hear from you. And today we're talking about Taylor Swift. As you know, her big album came out last week. And so we are asking you this. What is your favorite song on Taylor Swift's new album, Life of a Showgirl? Okay, let's read your comments. Laura says, who can pick just one? Oh, Lewis says the one that's silent. The one called I Don't Care, says Tim. Taylor who, says Kathy. Tisha says the fate of Ophelia and Opalite right now. It is a fantastic album. Nori, the end, you know, like when it's over. Eldest Daughter, Canceled, Life of a Showgirl, or Wish List. Those were Callie's favorites. Opalite and Actually Romantic. Crystal says Wood, Father Figure, and Elizabeth Taylor. Summer says Canceled, Actually Romantic, or The Life of a Showgirl, Can't Decide. Let's see, let's go down here. And Summer says, I love that she is unbothered by her haters, which I actually have liked that about her too. She doesn't really care. She's confident in who she is. She's confident in her music, and she just doesn't care what people think. I listen to it. I think it's pretty good. There's some good songs on there. I need to listen to all of it again because I just kind of zipped through it, but I'll have to check it out this week when I'm driving in my car. All right, so thank you so much for commenting on that, everybody, and we appreciate it. Now we're going to get to our poll of the day. What do you think of the app that tracks ICE agents' activities? Support it, oppose it, or no opinion? What do you think? And so this was inspired by an article that talks about how Apple removed an app that tracks ICE agents from its app store. So we were just asking you what you think of that app. And if you do want to vote in our poll or respond to our question about Taylor Swift, you have until 5:30. That's when the next edition of News 5 Now airs right here. Thank you so much for joining me for News 5 Now. I'm Devin Walsh. I'll see you back for WKRG News 5 at 5 o'clock. Have a great afternoon, everybody.
Covering news from your neighborhood and around the world. You are watching News 5 Now, brought to you by Green & Phillips Injury Lawyers.
In the courtroom, the judge knows best, and this judge does too. If you've been hurt in a wreck, you need a law firm that knows the system and how it works. I'm attorney David Green. Call or come by anytime. You never need an appointment.